Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to look at the future talent of India, the Arjun Erigaisi. If we need to know who Erigaisi is, he's a fighter or just an assassin. Currently, as of 2700chess.com stats, he is rated 2801, recorded last at 26 Jan 2025, which happened when he drew against Alexis Serrana. This makes him the first rated player in India after the legendary Vishwanathan Anand and the current world chess champion Gukesh, also securing fourth position in the world ranking, just 1 point behind Hikaru Nakamura and 2 points behind Fabiano Caruana. And if you're thinking about Magnus, Magnus is just 2831, which is a long journey for Arjun still now. But today we are going to look at one of the beautiful game played by Arjun Erigaisi against the Grandmaster Kunin. Okay, so let's move into the game. Here with white pieces is Arjun Erigaisi, and with black pieces is Kunin. So what Arjun goes for is e4. His opponent go for e5. Arjun goes for knight f3, and his opponent goes for a solid Philidor defense. Now Arjun asks him question by pushing this pawn to a center. And the opponent says, yeah, I'm going to take this, and we are going to go for an exchange variation. And the best move here is either to take with the knight or to take with the queen. The best main line, according to what is played in the grandmaster level game, is this knight takes here, and then what will the black play? He is going to attack the knight. Knight is going to move back. This bishop is going to develop because black won't really want to castle this side, and after that, this knight is going to be developed. This knight moves attacking this, but this is also defended. So we are going to develop our own bishop over here, saying now, as you see this bishop over here, the queen is going to move up, and we are going to castle queen side because we see that black is going to castle this side. We just move a queen here. Black moves his queen here, and we are going to castle this side. And this is what goes in the theory of top-rated players. And this is most common position they reached. So this is not happened in the game. What Arjun did is it took the pawn with a queen. Now this is easily attackable with the knight. But here opponent plays just a6. Why? Because he doesn't want to get pin his knight over here, and he doesn't want his knight to be traded by the bishop. So what he said, he just said, Ki, I'm going to play a6 and your bishop is never going to come here, and now I'm going to move your queen. But now bishop develops over here, attacking the queen. And now the knight develops here. Look at this game. Both the queens are hanging. If you want to take this, I'm going to take this. And you are going to give me this? No. This is what they are asking each other. So queen moves back, defending this bishop. And now this bishop is attacking this queen. And now this bishop attacks this bishop, saying कि भाई मेरे इसमें double attacker है. And yeah, you also have a double defender, so it is an equal somewhat of thing. After this, white develops his knight, and the black takes this bishop, and he takes with the knight. Now, just asking the question, कि ये knight क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे? And the knight just goes back, and you can see what black wants is he wants to castle this side. So Arjun is very happy to get this trade because after that queen takes is also an option, but he is very willing to do this stuff also because if you castle king side, you're just gonna go into this attack. So after this, the knight moves back. He doesn't take with the his knight with the bishop. He just develops his knight, and after that, this knight comes over here, centralizing itself. A very useful move. And now black castles over here saying कि भाई मैंने अपना king save कर लिया. But this is what gives Arjun Erigaisi a chance saying कि अब मैं opposite side castle करने वाला हूँ. Again, was cancelling necessary here? So you can play something like this and then move your queen up and just let Arjun decide कि whether he is going to castle a king side or queen side, and then after that you may decide कि either I'm going to go here or I'm going to go here. But blacks decide first, and now this gives Arjun a chance to know what is going to happen in this game. And now just both guys have castled opposite direction, which means this is going to be an aggressive game. These people are going to go for assault, and Arjun is going to go for assault on this side. So he just go for b5, saying कि अब अगला push आ रहा है. What Arjun is going to go? He's going to go for solid attempt. And now the question is whose structure is going to come first and whose king is going to get attacked first. The only thing avoiding this is his own knight. So this knight needs to be moved. But firstly, attack this knight, saying कि आपका knight आगे आ रहा है या पीछे आ रहा है. And now chess is all about the choices. Arjun says कि या आ गया कि ये trade होगा, then I would take with this knight. I can play that position, but I want to go behind because currently I have something prepared for myself, and I think this is my preparation. So after this, the knight centralizes itself. अब क्योंकि अर्जुन ने ये डिसीजन ले लिया है, तो अब ये नाइट को सेंट्रलाइज करवाने का डिसीजन उन्हें एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा. एंड नाउ दिस अलाउस दिस पुश, this allows queen push. Arjun has his plans of attacking the king side. Now Arjun plays this, saying कि भाई आ रहा है बहुत quickly आ रहा है मेरा attack. And now black says कि I am also attacking. Now h5 g4 sorry g4 h4 has schemed. Queen is going to come here. Now queen is coming here. This push is going to happen, but before this push you have to protect this pawn, so you first need to move your king over here. And now black is trying to make something happen in the center, but because this is coming, but Arjun is a man of culture. He can play like something like this and just trade it off and just convert this somehow after this move. But if you give Arjun Erigaisi a chance to, if suppose in a certain position, if you give Arjun Erigaisi a chance where you have to slowly convert a position, and there is a second move that you can cut the throat of your opponent and just smack him down. Arjun Erigaisi is gonna take the second option for sure, and he says, I don't care about this move. I just want to assault your king over here. Now you really have to move your knight, because this is a hanging knight, and if you move your knight behind, I'm going to take this. But in between move, your queen is under attack. Okay, what does it make sense? I'm just going to move my queen over here. Now your knight should be moved. Knight goes back. I'm going to open up your king, and you're not an idiot to take it like this. So he develops his pawn like this. But now the queen comes here. The idea of queen over here is very, very subtle. That is, either the knight is going to come here, or he's going to come here, or even after something like this knight will help somewhat in sacrificing itself. And now, suppose, for instance, if you play a random move like this, you can play something like this. What happens if you take this? I'm going to take this, and this is mate in one, so you need to avoid it. And after this, the rook is coming over here. You need to protect this pawn, just h5, and this is such a bad position for himself. And then another what he can play is something like, suppose you can play something like this. You say, okay, after this, okay, this is hanging. So what you play, you just protect it, but then just h5. What are you gonna do? Your king is gonna get open. You say, okay, I can play this, but then just f4. This everything is opening over here, and you cannot play this position. So what you have to do is you have to realize this threat, and you just need to protect this knight. Okay, so what? Now this happened in this position. In this position, okay. First of all, over attacking, मतलब सब pieces को लेके आ रहा है अर्जुन रिकाइसी. He's just bringing everything over here. This is push, but he's just going to over, क्या बोलते हैं? He's over prepare this because he doesn't want to lose this position. And after this, king just moves away from anything on this diagonal, any sacrifices. And after this, Arjun plays a very, very critical move is knight e to c1. In the mid of all this chaos, in mid of all this attack, Arjun plays this move saying, ki, I just want to remove this knight just for a safety measure. I just want to remove this knight because this knight is protecting this pawn. This pawn is protecting this pawn. So there are two defenders, and I'm just not. I just don't want that. So after this, he plays bishop over here. And if you say something like, okay, if this was the idea, why didn't he just push this, right? Why didn't he just push this? Because this rook takes d4. You are not an idiot. He's not an idiot like that. So he played something like he played bishop to b7, and now this knight is going to come here as the plan. But black is smart enough. He knows that his knight is going to come here, so he just moves back. But then what happens to this knight? What happens to this knight? Arjun Erigaisi here starts an assault in this position, saying, I'm going to sacrifice my knight. After this is a check. You don't want to bring your king in this check, so you have to take it. Okay, you just take it. And now, not even queen takes here. Why? I'm going to tell you in just a moment. He plays knight over here, saying, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice over here. And he says, I'm again going to bring my knight over here to sacrifice. And he just sacrifices itself. And after this sacrificing, he says, this is a mate in one. And now he tries to block it with a rook, but feel free to find the move that Arjun Erigaisi plays here. And it's a mate in four. Can you play like Arjun Erigaisi? It's a mate in four. Find a move. So the move here is queen g7, sacrificing a queen. What is the idea? It's a check, so you have to make an action. Okay, rook takes. Not taking with the rook. You are going to take it with a pawn. Now this is a check. You cannot take this because this has been protected. You move here, and now the bishop from here gives you the checkmate okay, you can block with this bishop, but then this is just a checkmate. And look at this, only a pawn slapping this black king and saying that it's a checkmate over this position. Now, this is what happened in the game, and after this position, he just resigned, opponent just resigned. But now we are going to look at this idea. Why not in this position just go straight away for this assault? Because after this, you don't have this idea. You just don't have this idea because you're going to lose your king, you're going to lose this, and after this, you come over here and you say, oh no, my bishop is not going to allow, my bishop is not coming over there. So let me just go for that again. Where were we? We were something like here, right? Queen takes g6 after here. After this takes, king moves here, and you say, oh no, my bishop cannot come over here and I cannot give a check. And this is where we people lose. So yeah, this is not going to happen. And some after this, okay, taking with an idea. This is what happened in the game. And even after this, okay, this move. Is there anything something which we are missing here? Let's just check once again. Okay, the rook comes here. Any ideas? Okay, after this, he develops this. He develops attacks over here. He goes back, and now this is straight away just attack over here. Okay, now here also. Oh, let me just go to analysis tab because chess.com is always going to throw me out of this analysis. And okay, this has been taken. Okay, we went over here. No, not here. This is not what happened in the game. This is just analysis part. After this, knight moves here, knight moves here. We're gonna sacrifice after this. Just this subtle move, opening up this bishop, lining multiple threads over here, and just sacrifice. And I think we have looked at all the possibilities, right? Yeah, we have looked at all the possibilities over here. And this is what the game was of Arjun Erigaisi. Can you just imagine this game? Look at this. These both parties are trying to attack, but just subtle, just gonna kill the throat of this guy. Attack this knight. Queen is attacking. Queen moves here. You need an really brave heart to play this kind of moves. Knight moves here, and then this pawn here, and after this just building up. And this move, something this move, knight e to c1, just unimaginable. You many people like in this position, many people will straight away like go for something like knight d5, trying to do something. Suppose like after what we can do, bishop b7 attacking this. We might go for like h5 push, saying ki agar you cannot take it because chess.com is going to move us out of the analysis tab. So we are again going to go there. Is this just happening with me or is this happening to all of the people with you also? So what were we analyzing here? Okay, something like not here, and suppose something like this. After this, just h5. What he can play right in this position? Okay, something like g5. So after g5, okay, this is not hanging. So what else can we play over here? Something like what we can play with knights. Is there any move with a knight? Mm, suppose even after something like this, sacrificing this, you are just opening the attack over here. What else can you play? Okay, something like this is under attack. So you defend it? You cannot defend it because this is mate in one thread. So there is only way to defend it is like this. And now you want to thread this, and this is just bad thing happening to him. Again, this is also hanging, and this is just bad thing. So everything is gonna bad for this guy, and this is how Arjun Erigaisi wins against his opponent, just killing their soul. And I hope you love this video. I hope you will share this to all the people who watches this. And for now, I hope you will subscribe to this channel. And up till the next video, love you. Take care. Kalji ka bhavan.